Hi guys and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing MotoGP 23. It is now time for round 12 of our MotoGP career mode, and it is one of my favourite circuits. It is Misano. Now as you can see, it is a little bit wet, so we've got to be on our best behaviour in today's race, but we will start from a respectable 7th place. The AI in the wet qualifying were just absolutely brilliant, so unfortunately 7th place is best for me for now. Let's battle commence. So here we go then, boys and girls, starting from 7th place. Race conditions look a little bit wet, but not completely sodden, so we may see a flag to flag in today's video. Oh my god, look at this straight line speed from the AI starting from a standstill start. It's ridiculous here in MotoGP 23 as we're battling our way through, trying to get past as many riders as we can, as we finally get close to the position where we only started. If only the riding starts for the player was actually as decent as the AI, we could have some pretty good racing, but unfortunately we're only just now finding our feet and fighting back to get into the top 5. Now up on the inside of Johan Zarco, a little bit of a nudge to put him onto the curb, but this puts me now in a perilous situation to try and get closer to the 3 ahead of us. Jack Miller a little bit early on the brakes there. They do go quite early into La Quercia, so we have a chance to hopefully try and get some positions back. He's actually lifted out my seat then temporarily. I thought Johan Zarco was going to absolutely clatter into me, but at that point, I don't even know what I would have done. To crash so early in this session would have been an absolute disaster. We're pretty good at not crashing on the early stages of laps. It usually comes towards the latter. But with the wet weather sessions, it's getting really difficult to play here in MotoGP 23 as I'm off the circuit completely going to the right-hander there. That should have been a track limit warning, but I guess I found no additional time for making that small error as Enea Bastianini very nicely and tightly goes into the 14th corner as I lose the front temporarily. We're alright though. It didn't feel too bad actually. It looked worse than it felt. But as the conditions will begin to dry, I did go for the medium tyres, which could have been a mistake because I'm thinking we might have to change over here. But my thought process is if the white flags don't come out and the track is not dry by probably the 5th lap, then I reckon I'll try and stay out. It just all depends to see what the AI does. I don't know whether I should be the early adopter diving into the pit, or do I stay out and hopefully end up on top. I mean, the last time we tried that was in the Chang International Circuit, and yeah, spoiler alert, it did not go well on board the gas. Don't really want to do that again, as Pecco Bagnaia very nicely decides his way up the inside. A bit of contact going into turn 6. Yellow flags out behind us. There is the yellow LED panel, as in the distance is a very determined Enea Bastianini. I said this, oh my god, I'm going to do it. Bezzecchi, apologies Bez. One of his home tracks, apologies to Marco Bezzecchi as Pecco Bagnaia looking a bit scary coming out of La Quercia there as we go into turn 9 and then in turn for Tramonto for turn 10. Enea Bastianini is absolutely blasting away from the pack. This is so frustrating because he is my target every single race. Yesterday you would have seen the battle that commenced in the sprint race in Catalonia, which went down to the very final corners, and honestly I thought we had him. I thought we had a big chance of winning this MotoGP Championship, but to be honest, if we keep getting wet weather races like this and sprints, then I don't think we're going to win it. It's simple as that. I think we might need to make a change with either the difficulty or the tyre wear, because look at that already. We're on medium tyres, track is drying out, but only slowly, and there's hardly anything left already on the right hand side. I'm not an aggressive rider. Why is it like this? Across the line, a 36.001, almost a 36 flat for the number 23 who's leading this Grand Prix. Absolutely sensational and ridiculous. Unbelievable. We're putting in 137.6s, so yeah, we didn't have the best of laps there. I can probably get into the 136s myself, but a 136 flat, eyeballing a 136.5, I just don't think that's going to happen. That's absolutely sensational. Look at him, he's already into Quercia now, and we're battling with Pecco Bagnaia. I don't know what has happened. My question is, though... Oh, sorry, Pecco. Oh, white flags are out already. The white flags are out already. Big contact there with Pecco Bagnaia. So, they have deemed it safe enough now to move over to the slicks. Is that a wise choice? I think it's too early yet. But as you can see, there is a small patch of dryness coming to the surface here in Misano. I'm going to try and sneak back up and through on Pecco. That was an aggressive overtake on the world champion. Maybe he won't be the world champion after this season, considering how strong Enea Bastianini is. But I heard or read a comment recently where one of the viewers, apologies, I've forgotten who it was, so my apologies, but one of the viewers was saying that Enea Bastianini actually replaced Pecco Bagnaia as team leader and went on to be the team leader, and Pecco then got dismissed for the player. So could that happen in our season? Maybe Factory Ducati will come knocking on my door. I don't think that's going to happen, but you never know. Enea Bastianini, I've kind of predicted him or Pecco to be my world champion in MotoGP in real life, as we hopefully get through on Pecco. We did, but almost. I think he... Oh my goodness, LA Spargo almost hit the rear tyre there, but I think now a decision has to be made. I can't stay out on these tyres, I don't think. I don't feel like the AI are going to go for this lap. I think they might go another lap, you know. But as it stands, I can't do anything about this. This is really beginning to struggle. My only hope is that we stay dry for the race. That's Raul Fernandez up to 6th place. So I had to question who that was, and apologies to Raul. I didn't mean to just dismiss him from being in the top 10, but I just automatically assumed that was Miguel Oliveira. Amazing job from the Spaniard. He's had some good races recently in here in MotoGP 23 career mode. Fair play to Raul, as I'm going to struggle now to go into the right-hand side for Tramonto. Oh no! Oh, that's just terrible. That was not intentional. I do apologise, Raul. That was the pair of us going into the corner, but to be honest, it was a late lunge from Raul. A bit of a cheeky one, if I do say so myself. But I've got to be honest, we can't sustain this anymore. I'm going to have to go into the pit. I'm going to make that decision. It's a sprint. It's probably not the best of decisions to go for it, but I think I have no choice. The state of that rear tyre as we make contact with Frankie as he dives back up on through. The 3 VR46 Academy boys all diving past me, but I can't sustain this any longer. I'm diving in. I'm going in. I don't think anyone else has gone into the pits, judging by the top 3. Bastianini, Zarco. Oh, who is that? Is that Repsol Honda? I think that's Marc Marquez. If Marc Marquez is making this decision, then I've made a good choice. Probably the GOAT of the flag-to-flag situations. If there's anyone I would bet in a flag-to-flag, it would be Marquez or Jack Miller. And it looks like Jack has actually stayed out. That is very interesting. Now, the biggest point here is that the Misano autopilot, or excuse me, well, it is technically the autopilot as well, but the pit lane here in Misano is massive. We're going to lose around probably 40 seconds on this one. We already lost 20 seconds on the previous lap. I would hazard a guess when we come out of here, it'll be plus 20. We're now 41 seconds behind Bastianini. Marc Marquez is only a little bit ahead of us there, so we have actually caught him up quite quickly, as a matter of fact, as he goes very slow out of the pit lane exit, and this is it. 3 laps. Have we made the perfect decision? No one else ahead of us now is on slick tyres. Got to be careful here though, the rear tyre is not warm, and there will still be wet patches on the circuit. 43 seconds is the disadvantage to us, to Bastianini. Have we pulled a master stroke? God loves his tryers, and this could be the one where he says, you know what? That was a great decision. I think it might have been a good decision, you know. Surely they can't last 3 more laps with these wet tyres on this dry track. And here Bastianini put a 1:35.6 in though on that previous lap. Bloody hell, that's fast. Raul Fernandez is going into the pits, so we will inherit a position. Joan Mir has now entered the pits as well. I can't quite see, but there seems to be a lot of riders in the pit as it stands. And Bastianini has not yet come into the pits. Surely now he's going to have to stay out. He must have a huge lead to Zarco. I can't see Jack Miller in the top 3 anymore, so I would suspect he has also gone into the pits. Let's see what happens then, coming out of the final corner. This is the Misano corner, for the track name aptly is called Misano. Oh my god, what's that? There's a bike hanging out there. What the hell was that? Who's crashed in pit lane? Who's glitched through the barrier? That was scary. When we're going to come out in 8th place. Jack Miller's in 10th. He's coming out the pits now. Augusto Fernandez up into the top 10. Marvellous from the Spaniard. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, that's going to be his first points. Oh no, it won't be. That's a sprint. He's only going to get... Oh no, he's not going to get it. Come on, Augusto, you can do this. Now, It all depends on what the AI is going to do. Is the AI smart enough to calculate that they only have one more lap to tackle the circuit here in Misano? Eneas Bastianini's rear tyre must be in fuego, which is hot in Spanish, I'm led to believe. And across the line, he's just set a 1:34.7. What? The AI in this game are just too good. What is that? A 1:34.7, and the track is more or less completely dry. We're lapping 3 seconds quicker than our best earlier, which would put us on similar lap times to Enea Bastianini. No way. Oh, come on. At least make the game fair. I know it's the hardest difficulty, but for God's sake, how can he do a 1:34 with fully wet tyres in these conditions? That is unreal. Across the line, we will set the fast lap of the race, but it's only a second quicker than Enea Bastianini. What Michelin tyres has he got? I can't believe that. Us at that stage of the race now with those wets, it would be completely destroyed. I can't believe that. That's genuinely quite frustrating, that. I mean, I know it's the hardest difficulty and I know it's going to offer a challenge, and I'm glad it does offer a challenge, it's fantastic. But come on, I mean, be reasonable. I don't even think an esports player could do that. That's absurd. 0.7 of a second then we're going to be gaining, and this gamble has not paid off. The AI ahead of us did not pit. In fact, no, I think I'm going to say it. No, I think this has been a good. It's been a good gamble. It's been a good experience. Coming out of the pits, getting back onto the dry bike, absolutely thrashing it around the circuit, feels good. And by the way, the anti-wheelie and engine brake is actually on the correct electronic setting. It just glitches and shows the 5th number for some strange reason, so I'm not actually running 5 and 5. And nor am I running power setting 1 either, that's also a bit of a glitch. But yeah, coming out of the final couple of corners then, I guess that's really disheartening, that is. We are going to set an even better lap time here, which should probably be into the 1:31s. In free practice, I got through in 1 lap. I really hope the race is dry. It's dry. Please don't make it wet. Please don't make the race wet. I'm going to struggle so much as my rider went down there. Goodness me. Oh my goodness. So Enea Bastianini on the slicks, on the dries, can't speak, on the wet tyres in the dry, got a 1:33.9. That's absurd. I can't believe that. There's certainly no surprises in the list as it stands, so we got 2 points after the gamble, and we're now 42 points behind Enea Bastianini. I hope this race is dry, because otherwise we're going to be down, 60 points by the end of this one. Please, please be dry. Well, it's a disaster. It's heavily raining here in Misano, which might offer us a better opportunity than what it did in the sprint. Well, let's just go for it. We've got to try and beat Marc Marquez again, which I don't understand why. We already beat... Oh, Jack! No way! Jack has gone down again this season. I can't believe that. He just constantly keeps spinning it. I'm doing everything for the KTM at this point, as I'm going to try and get involved with Bastianini and Luca Marini. Go on, go through, Luca. Go on, mate, go through. I'm trying to push him through to get past on Enea Bastianini, but can you believe it? For the second wet weather race in a row, not including the sprint, we are leading. We led the wet weather race in Catalonia, which turned out to be a disaster in the end. But I did pose the question in that video. Of course, I haven't been able to read the comments in that video because I've already made this video before actually uploading that one. So I don't know what your decision was, but I needed to ask the question, do we need to look at tyre wear being off during wet weather races? Because right now I can contend with AI, but when the latter stage of this race comes, my tyres drop off a cliff. Yet theirs don't, and they continue to get faster and faster. You just witnessed it in the sprint. Enea Bastianini set a 1:33.9 with wet tyres in a dry track. They must have been absolutely burning up. No one can do that. Absolutely no one. His apologies to Luca Marini. That was a very aggressive move going into the 13th corner. But now out of Cara for turn 14. Just seen his Michelins popping up on the right-hand side there. And here comes the beast. I'm tempted to take him out. the amount of... I'm not actually going to do it. I'm just trying to get through on the beast. I'm just trying to get through. But honestly, at this point, I feel like my hands are tied. I feel I've got my hands tied behind my back during this one. Anytime a wet weather race comes in this game, it's just impossible for the player to contend with 120% difficulty AI. We're absolutely on the limit every race. Come on, I'm determined to get this one. If I have to defend for 14 laps, then so be it. I don't mind if Luca gets the victory or if Johann Zarco, just not the Beast. I can't afford to keep losing points to Enea Bastianini. Every single time there's rain, we lose points. We lose a dramatic ton of points, as a matter of fact. And I've got to say, you might be viewing this as a first time. I'm not a bad rider in the wet. It's not that I'm just absolutely shocking in the wet and I can't control myself. It's just so hard against the AI. I mean, we're able to contend with some of the best guys in online with the aces. I can really compete in the wet weather conditions. But here in the career mode, oh my god, the AI are just too good. Already we're losing a bit of wear, which is understandable, but the AI will not. But Johann Zarco in the lead right now. We've got a great chance of leading here in Misano. Can he get his first victory of the MotoGP 23 game? Very nice apex there to the right-hander for turn 13. Can we go for the lunge on Luke? I'm going to have to. A little bit scary, that getting up on a little bit touching on the curb. Can end very prematurely on that one, but oh goodness me, we have to really be careful in this one. I'm trying to push as much as I can, but also not give up too much. So to quote the great late Leslie Nielsen from Naked Gun, like a midget in a urinal, we're going to have to stay on our toes. I don't think that sums up this wet weather race any better than that. We're going to have to really stay on our toes, but also give it everything we've got at the same time. Not too gung-ho, but just try and maintain a steady pace and just try and fight these difficult artificial intelligence. And Bastianini, I'm going to try and get back on through now. And Johann Zarco, oh, got pushed into the corner by Enea, actually helped a lot. So thank you to the Beast as we get back over the inside of Johann Zarco. So we're still fighting and doing everything we can to maintain a chance of getting points. I don't care if we only pull back 5 points, just any points. So pulling away from Enea Bastianini will keep me in the game. That's all I'm trying to do right now. We've got the soft tyres on. I don't think there could have been a better choice to go for in these sort of conditions. Johann Zarco caught on the curb there. If that was the player, we probably would have perished. As actually, we almost perished there with Enea Bastianini hitting us quite hard into the right-hander. Good job I sort of preempted that happening for the right-hander. But now into another right-hand corner. This is Cavone, the fastest corner in the track almost, and that is a mistake. Can we get back on through? And the Beast! Oh, it doesn't feel good. It felt so loose going into the right-hander there, but we still have the advantage ever so slightly ahead of Enea Bastianini. But will we occupy this position much longer? Here he comes. He's going to go for it, isn't he? I can't go around the outside there. I've not got the confidence, but I'll let you go through and I'll fight it back. Going into the left-hand side for the Misano corner. Just touched the outside of the curb there, and that's going to cost me time. Does Oliveira want to go through? I think he does. I don't know what Bez is complaining about. Back on through on Oliveira. Oh, that's it. Oh, wow. I thought that was it for sure. Still fighting for 16 points. How valuable will these points be come the end of the season? This is what we fight for every single... Oh, Bez went down. I won't lie to you. I don't usually say this, but I really wanted that to be an Enea Bastianini instead. I don't like that. I don't do that. I don't wish the other players or other riders would crash, but this is virtual AI, so I don't really care, to be honest. They're just really hindering my progression, and Enea Bastianini is only going to get quicker, and now that he's got past me, I fear the worst. I really do. Please don't be as bad as Catalunya. Keep on fighting, keep on pushing to the very end. Here comes Oliveira. I can't. Wait, Maverick Vinales is the fastest man on track. When did he set that? I actually didn't see that. That was 1:39.6 for him, which is actually not too far away from my pace as well. So not bad actually in the full wet conditions. Just now that the front tyre is really struggling. It's almost half done already. I don't know what you would say for an optimistic tyre. Is it half finished or is it half good? You know, like when you have a bottle of water and you say, you know, half full or half empty. I'm being pessimistic and saying it's half dead. It's degrading rather rapidly here in Misano. Quite an abrasive circuit, but usually quite good with the tyres in the game. Enea Bastianini, of course. Who else? Who else? Who else would set the fastest lap of the race in this sort of conditions? Enea Bastianini. He's already on the rear of Luca Marini. Rami accidentally. Typical Italian names, always do. And Johann Zarco leading by the skin of his teeth. I don't think we'll get through on this lap without Enea Bastianini taking over at the front. Oh, look at that move from Jorge Martin. Gotta give credit for that. That's clean. Very clean from the Spaniard. Oh, bit of contact going into turn 6. But onto the power. Hopefully he can drag me towards the other AI, but I don't think that's going to happen, to be quite honest with you. Is Miguel Oliveira closing? I think he might be, you know. A little bit loose on the brakes there going into the Quercia. But Enea Bastianini, look at him. If he doesn't go through on this lap, then I will be shocked. Another clean move from Jorge Martin. He's making life very difficult for me, but can't lie, I'm actually enjoying this bit of a scrap with the Martinator. Bit of an argy-bargy moment there as well, going into the left-hand side. What's the deal with Pecco in this game right now? He was what Enea Bastianini is doing last season. Bastianini's up to second, by the way. And now Jorge Martin's good. I thought I was going to crash then. Oh, here comes Marquez as well. Ah, shaking my damn head. Ladies and gentlemen, I think this is when it comes to a conclusion. This is the problem. I haven't got the tyre wear. It just burns. But I can't think of any other way to ride to be competitive in the wet. Now, coming out of the final corner, no doubt that Pecco's going to blast past me on the straight. Oh, I didn't quite this time, as Enea Bastianini 1:39.1 for him. Lap times have not been great for me for the past couple. And I guess every single lap time has just resulted in me fighting with someone. Overtakes here and there, going a bit wider for one corner, defending for another. It's not going well. Bastianini was temporarily in the lead then, that's it. Oh my god, look at the many riders went through to me on the Rio corner. Oh, good lord. And now I'm cutting the apex. Oh, this is desperate riding now. Back into 8th position. But I fear now that this is going to be no points for me again. This is not going well. Up on the inside of Pecco, a little bit of a late lunge there, but we'll get through. Nope. Oh, come on! No! Oh my god, out of all the contact in that race, that's the crash that sends me out of this Grand Prix? Oh my god, look at that, 37.7. Me and Jack Miller, the only riders who didn't finish. Oh, I'm gutted. Oh, look at the damage! Oh! All that effort. We were within 7 points. I've lost 60 in 2 rounds. Oh my god. Oh, that hurts. That hurts so much. As Augusto Fernandez still yet to acquire a point. Ah, god damn it. I'm sorry, guys. I've blown it. I don't want to say the championship's done, but I think one thing is done is the team's championship and probably the constructors' championship. Oh man. Let me get on to race Buddha and just get on with it. I'm going to jump straight onto Bud, however you pronounce it, and I'm just going to race. I can't have this. I can't end tonight's recording session like this. God damn it. Guys, sorry. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching as always. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. See you tomorrow for more. Ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.